Welcome to another edition of the Sidewalk Saint. And you're going to watch a video of a bumpy road instead of just a picture of nature and people. Anyways, I've been inspired to do this now, so I'm doing it. So, we're going to talk about the misinformation campaign. What's a misinformation campaign? Well, a lot of you probably resonated with what I just said and know exactly what I'm talking about. But you need to just be aware of what's in your heart, I think, will be the best thing to keep you away from this information, unnecessary information, misleading information. It's just all illusional information, not real. Like, love is a real thing, and that's real information. Your kids hugging you, the feeling that it gives you, or your friends having, giving you good energy, that's real. Misinformation, I'll start out with an example. So, one of my favorite channels, Awakening Me, and you know what, don't take it with a grain of salt, all this crap, seriously speaking. It's just, you can't, I'm not going to blame them for what video was posted, and in fact, some of it might have been good information, but I don't think so. You need to start out with the premise that where your mind goes is where your life goes, so let's start right there. That's the base premise for what we're about to talk about. And so what I'm going to say is this, if you're thinking about weird death fields and death rituals and blah blah blah, and just all this crazy stuff, you're kind of sending your life in that direction, and you're unknowingly sending your energy to those sorts of activities which do exist in the universe and on our planet. So yeah, who wants to be part of a death ritual? Anyways, so I was listening to their letter, and it was talking about all these, the enchantments, the disenchantment circles, if you want to call them that, and the fields of death and implants and blah 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 blah. You know what? Don't waste your time on that crap. Do not send energy to those who would do that to you. And yeah, I believe it's true. Yeah, that stuff's out there. Is it relevant to your life? Maybe if you have an implant or think you do or something like that. Not to make you feel crazy, but when you raise your vibration, that stuff doesn't function. It doesn't even, becomes completely irrelevant. So in fact, if your energy goes into only thinking about ascension and improving your life and others' lives and positive action and positive energy and meditation, spirituality, and stuff like that, that stuff is not relevant. That stuff does not make sense. Anyways, so that's what I'm saying. So, on TV, the more you worry about things, you're giving up your energy to it. It's really, I know it, to some people may sound weird, and to some other people it makes perfect sense, I'm sure. So yeah, you don't want to be giving up your energy to the things that you're trying to get rid of and not be a part of, right? So there you go. That's the baseline for what I'm trying to tell you. It's giving away your energy by thinking about the things that you don't like, that you don't want. So, don't pay attention to the candidate and all their problems and blah blah blah. But vote for sure. Vote for change is what the angels tell me. So remember that. Vote for change. Vote for whatever change. The more change, the better, because it's going to stir things up. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to vote in this video, and there's going to be all sorts of stuff you need to watch out. Like, I went through flashcards for my 6-year-old, and the words that were in there were appalling. They were just shy of obscene. Oh, my kid needs to know. No, they don't. Your kids don't need to know about inmate and travesty and degradation and destruction and just, come on, man. Your kids don't need that crap. You can learn about that later on when it doesn't become part of their psyche because you gave it to them, right? Think about it, man. I had to throw away 90% of these flashcards were trash. They were all words of horribleness. Genocide. Come on, man. Your fucking 6-year-old needs to know genocide? For real? I doubt it highly that word will become relevant at any point in their life. It's really just, to know the word from a distance is just fine. And those, I believe, and I'm going to get all crazy on you now just for a second. I believe those are all words that were confabulated. I like that word, even though it's not a word, by the Illuminatis. So, anyways, or we'll start at the base here. Let's do this. I know I should never do this on my videos. I'm gonna do it anyways. So it starts out. It's the Anunnaki, the Cabal, and then it goes up the chain of royalty to the Illuminatis. That all know that those guys are the ones. Were the ones that were in power, by the way. We kicked their asses off this planet, by the way. It already happened. We did it. We won. They lost. All that's left is the last vestiges of whoever hung out and didn't leave the planet, because they just left. They're gone. Alright, so I did go there. I didn't want to go there, and I try not to go there, but I went there. But that's it for sure. You can mark your words, mark my words on that. The ArcNet of sadness and horribleness and the destruction of our planet is removed and replaced with a light crystalline ArcNet. Your body was a sack of meat full of horribleness because they programmed it into us, and now it's a beautiful light body that can receive and amplify love and joy, peace and harmony, manifest money for you, do anything you ever wanted to. So that's awesome. Anyways, well, it's not about the end of my letter. What else could I tell you today? But yeah, so you're going to see misinformation. It's going to be put in places where you think it's okay. Watch out what your kids watch. YouTube and the YouTuber guys and stuff. It's bad news. It's just absolute trash. Those guys, all they do is be as loud as they can and make as little sense as possible. And your kids are just plugging into it and living it. It's like their life. You want your kid to be a blithering YouTube moron? I mean, come on, man. Not to mention the microwaves that you're microwaving their tiny little brains with by having their face plastered to the iPad 1 inch away. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. You know who you are. I know. I have to yell at my kid all the time. But see, they're going to do that stuff, but you need to keep those things off their bodies so they don't get little brain tumors and stuff, right? Who wants to grow up and end up with cancer because their parents weren't smart enough to keep the iPad off of them? Having the phone, having them distracted, yeah, it's easier, but you know what? You're going to miss out on your kid's life. So you better get your shit together, brother, sister. Anyways, I'm not saying take it away from them because it ain't going to work. Because melatonin is the same thing that is produced through heroin. So basically the iPad is heroin for your children. Isn't that lovely? Anyways, look it up, it's true. So yeah, and you want to watch out for all that stuff to be on track again, like I never am. It's going to be hidden in messages and little things. It's going to be mostly hidden in the form of what you're actually after: enlightenment, peacefulness. You need finances and just anything that's going to grab your attention in any way possible is how the Cabal does it. So you got to understand that. Be aware from everything from the color of clothes that you want to buy to the jewelry that you put on. The Cabal is designer and engineer of what it will do to you when it's on you. Colors do matter. Vibrations do matter. Resonance does matter. This is a scientific thing now. Everybody knows it. If you resonate to hatred and horribleness, that's how you develop cancer and things like that. It's all vibrations. It's God's beautiful symphony of the entire universe. And you are part of his song, and you can choose to sing a happy song. And right now we're on our way up, and that's what we're after right now, all of us, for our friends and family and for all of humanity. That's why we shut down the whole planet, because it was a universal decision of all of us that we were tired of being enslaved by our own systems. So yeah, let's free ourselves. And so anyways, keep that in mind. Where your mind goes is where your life goes, and don't be misinformed. And all you have to do is listen to your heart. Just listen to your heart. No matter how much noise you hear or how right someone sounds, if your heart's like, if you look at it and immediately your heart goes nope, you'll hear it. Just listen for it. It's there. So anyways, don't be misinformed and have a happy life. And I hope this helped at least even one person, because you guys are all my purpose. Love and blessings from your brother, Sidewalk Phil.